I quit my job and I'm so happy about it. What is wrong with you people? I'm content being by myself. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is a chit chat, get ready with me. So if you want to see how I achieved this gorgeous, it's giving like sexy librarian, if you want to see how I achieved this gorgeous look and get a little peek into what's been going on in my life lately, keep on watching. Love y'all. Hey y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right in and get started. Actually, let me check the time because I am actually getting ready to go to brunch with some of the bridal party for my brother's wedding. Yeah, we're all family now, so yeah, I'm actually really excited that we're going out. It's been exactly a week since I came back from LA, so you know, I've been settling in and stuff. So yeah, it's 12:12. I really want to be done by 12:40, which I think is possible because I'm really not doing like a crazy, you know, look or anything like that. Honestly, y'all know I don't really do my makeup often at all, but because I'm just like an eyebrows and skin kind of girl at this point, and I'm lazy. So if I what's this thing called? If my makeup is done, I prefer someone else do it. But anywho, I just got like a new like haircut. So y'all know I have the pixie, and I had her do like the mushroom thing, but I feel like it was giving coconut head, you know, if you know, you know, from Ned's Declassified. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like I could work with it. Like, you know, sometimes when you do your makeup, like it helps you warm up to a style. So I feel like if I do my makeup, I'm gonna like it. I also put some of these like rods in to give it some like volume. So that looks like more of like the cute like mushroom style that people be doing, you know. That's what I was going for. So let's hope that's not a fail. Other than that, I'm just gonna, you know, go along with the makeup tutorial. If y'all have any questions about like the tutorial in particular, just let me know in the comments, and y'all already know I always answer. So yeah, yeah, let's get started. So I don't really have like anything in particular. No, I actually do. I don't have like anything written down. It's not like a Q&A, but there are a couple of things that I kind of just wanted to get off my chest, and y'all already know like part of the reason why I even have this channel is because I just feel like there's always like someone else that's thinking what you're thinking or going through a similar situation or that will go through a similar situation. And for me, like when I'm going through stuff personally, professionally, like even like spiritually sometimes, I'll just check YouTube, honestly. Because I feel like YouTube oftentimes is like one of like the more transparent platforms. And I don't know, like I just love like being able to relate to people that look like me, and like I feel like, you know, like I'm not a Looney Tune. So yeah, there's that. It's so much going on. I don't even know where to start. But I guess I'll start with the fact that I am now a part of the Great Resignation, y'all. I quit my job and I'm so happy about it. Y'all already know I was a bridal coordinator for a hair salon that had a very big like wedding part of their business. So I literally ran the whole wedding part of their business from the rooter to the tutor. And the job description was a dream job, and I'm not gonna like go into too much detail because it is still a little soon after I left the job. So today is Sunday. Last Tuesday was my first day at my new job, and before I went to LA, like the day before I flew out to LA was my last day working for my previous employer. So yeah, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't feel comfortable like spilling all the things down. Honestly, probably not professional to do that right now, but just know eventually y'all will get the tea. But yeah, basically it was a dream job, but I feel like I know that the employer just was not the best fit for me. And I'm not gonna sit here and like, yeah, I'm not doing, you know, I'm not gonna be petty about it, but yeah, it just wasn't the best fit for me. And outside of that, my current position is paying me a whole lot more by the grace of God. And I already know I was already on the savings journey once I started working for my previous employer. Actually, hold on. I don't feel like wearing this foundation today. Hold on. Today is a Fenty kind of day. Not for any particular reason, but I feel like wearing Fenty today. Anywho, but yeah, so this job offered a lot more in regards to pay, which at the end of the day is the bottom line. And I just felt like trying to say this like without saying it, you know what I mean? But with my previous employer, there's just certain things that I desired, not just desired, required that, you know, any employee would require. And she just wasn't able to provide those things. And I just knew that the best thing for me would be to leave. And like by the grace of God, and LinkedIn, shout out to LinkedIn, I updated my LinkedIn profile. And I also turned on like whatever toggle thing they have that like says, you know, you're looking for employment. I put that on. And when I tell you the recruiters poured in, because what the difference is this time, I was more sure that I wanted an administrative role. And, you know, being a bridal coordinator, I was an administrator, you know, so I wanted an administrative role and I was clear about that. And I don't think I even put like my previous job, the one I just left, on LinkedIn yet at that point. Cause usually, you know, I'll let a little time pass with a job before I add it to my LinkedIn. So I actually hadn't added it to my LinkedIn yet. So even without that job on my direct LinkedIn, people still reached out. I think it's on my resume though. I believe it's on my resume. But yeah, literally I was only there for 4 months. And when I tell y'all, I was planning, at first I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be here for at least 5 years. Then it was like 2 years. Then it was like 1 year. Then it was like, I'm getting out of here now. And I know y'all can relate. At first, honestly, I felt like a failure because I'm just like, Pamela, like you have to at least stay in a job for a year so you don't look like a freaking delinquent. But you know, I kept it a buck in my interviews and I was looking, what job I'm now at now has more structure to it. And it's like a big company. So clearly, you know, it has more structure to it, like inevitably, you know. But yeah, so there's that, y'all. Your girl got a new job. I am still an administrator. I'm actually an administrative assistant to a couple of the VPs at this company. And it's actually in the marketing department, which is cool because my degree is in finance and marketing, business administration degree, I should say, focused in finance and marketing. So it's kind of a full circle moment. But I do feel like an imposter though sometimes, because doing administrative work, it's always come very, you know, easy. I don't say the word is easy, but I guess for lack of a better term, because I don't want to like sound entitled, you know, but for lack of a better term, it's always come like, I should say natural. That's the word. It's always come natural to me. So it doesn't feel like work. It's so weird, y'all. Like I really be sitting there like, where's Ashton Kutcher? Because I don't understand. Like literally. Oh, sidebar. These flowers, I think y'all can see them in the frame. My employer sent me flowers on my first day of work. Excuse me. First of all, you already know I love flowers. And my employer sent me flowers. And this is a beautiful bouquet. And it came with a vase, child. But they didn't have to do all that. And then they sent me like a online gift card as well. I'm just like, what is wrong with you people? But in a good way. Because it's like a really big adjustment. But it's like a good what is wrong with y'all, you know? Yeah, it's a good what is wrong with y'all. If that makes sense. But yeah, like literally. And when I tell y'all, they are so organized. Like they even go as far to, you know, how do you say, encourage me. Like, yeah, if you're doing something, if someone asks you to do something that's, it's not really light enough to be concealer, but they're like, if someone asks you to do something that's not in your job description, please give them pushback. Literally. I'm just like, I really feel like I'm being punked, y'all. Like, and I don't know that if that's I hope it's not like, I don't want to say that I don't have faith, because literally it's God that allowed all of this to happen. When I tell you this process happened so seamlessly, it was the weirdest thing. Like literally as I realized that I needed to leave my previous employer. Yeah, as I realized that I needed to leave my previous employer, jobs had actually always been reaching out to me really since I started working in that job. So I started working in that job June 22nd actually. I started working in that job June 22nd, and I was only there for 4 months because my last day was like October 29th, something like, no, October 30th, no, October 31st, October 31st. I don't know, but yeah, so that was my last day. Oh no, October 30th, there we go, because Halloween was a Sunday, my last day was a Saturday. But yeah, so literally things just went so seamlessly, and people had been reaching out to me since I started the job, honestly, but I didn't even have time outside of work because work was very demanding, to even respond. But literally everything happens for a reason. And honestly, when it comes to my previous employer, I still wish her well, like I am so thankful for the opportunity. And I told her that as well. Like literally, I am so thankful that I had the opportunity to work with her. I'm just really thankful. And honestly, my previous employment experience is a lot of what I harped on in my interviews, so literally without that job, I wouldn't have gotten this one. So I just want to say God does all things well. And I know it sounds corny, but when I tell y'all, I've seen it in my life, like literally. The only thing is, like literally, I just be feeling like every day, like, is this real? I feel like I gypped the system. The fact that I'm doing this job and they're paying me like a great amount, to do it. Like, it really doesn't feel like work. And I'm used to doing work that, I'm not going to say work that is more challenging, but work that just feels more brain busting. And y'all already know, when I previously worked in corporate America, I was a financial analyst. Yeah, I was working in finance. I was a financial analyst. And then when I tell you that's brain busting work, okay. Brain busting work, stress headaches, and all. And granted, it's only been a week, so I'm not going to sit here and say that it's never going to stress me out, because, it's part of life. But I'm just used to work that feels brain busting and feels like I can't do it. And also, when I tell you the work environment is like, literally everyone is so nice. The people I work with literally just be like saying good morning just to say good morning. Everyone has their, like, part of their culture is that, like, when they meet online, of course, because things are still remote for the time being, when they meet online, they like show their cameras. And granted, that does mean, all right, damn, I can't just like, I can work from my bed, just not when I'm like on a call. But it's like, they're just very like, I don't know, like they're very personable people. And it feels like I'm not just working with robots. It feels like I'm working with people. So when I sit here and compare it to like my most recent corporate experience, like y'all know, when I was in Chicago, I was working in finance, and it's just nothing like that, in a good way. So I just feel very thankful, very blessed. Imposter syndrome, I think that's might be what I'm feeling. Or I don't know if it's called something else, but I guess we're going to call it that for now. It's like been hitting me hard, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain that per se, but I'm just thankful. I feel like it's funny. I was telling my cousin, like, I was like, these people are Looney Tunes. Like, why are you being so nice to me? Like, excuse me. Like, why are you being so nice to me? And I feel like I'm not the only one that's like experienced that. And not just being so nice, but like, these people are truly professional. And I love that. But they're just, again, they're not just professional. They're also very personable, which is important, yeah, they're also very personable. So I just, oh child, I get up and shout right now, to God be the glory for all the things that he has done, child. That's all I got for y'all. That is all I got. Anywho, besides that, y'all already know, still on the savings journey. So yeah, I'm still on the savings journey, and then I'm going on my birthday trip next month. I don't think I told y'all where I'm going yet. Yeah. Eventually I'll find out where I'm going, but it's really not rocket science, to be honest. Y'all could probably guess. You know what? Guess in the comments where I'm going for my birthday trip. I'm so excited. That's gonna be my last trip for a little while, so it's bittersweet. But again, like, you know what? No, it's not bittersweet. It's just sweet because that's the last trip I'm going on for a while, because after I come back, my main focus is just gonna be moving, apartment hunting, you know, that kind of thing. And then the next trip will be, I think, in May. Yeah, I think in May. Part of me kind of wants to make a trip before then, but yeah, next trip will be in May. So yeah, I'm just excited about like everything going on in life and stuff like that. But I will say it's a little hard for me to be excited totally about everything going on in life, because not a little, it's very hard. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because seasonal depression has been kicking my behind. Yeah, don't mind me, just making a light of, you know, seasonal depression. Anywho, but yeah, it's been kicking my behind, and it's really, for me, is mainly the fact that the sun goes down so freaking early. Like, it's really, really, really messing with me, like, for real. It is really, really messing with me, and I don't like it. Yeah. So I ordered some vitamin D supplements. I got a light therapy lamp. I took a little, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I took a little pause on therapy, but now, and I've been like, you know, just getting some things in place so that I can start back up therapy, you know, in perpetuity, and like do it in perpetuity, I should say. But yeah, like it's, what am I saying? Yeah, I've been starting back up therapy so that I can do it in perpetuity. Let me say something else. But yeah, I've been just like, you know, getting some things in place. I'm looking for a certain concealer and I can't find it. But yeah, I've been working on getting certain things in place so that I can start back up with therapy and everything. Yeah. So I definitely do need someone to, like, a professional, of course, to kind of just help guide me through this season. Cause when I think back and I look back at, especially like the last 2 winters, I struggled with it a lot. Like I remember, so winter 2019 into 2020, I was in Chicago. And I remember this was before my grandmother passed away in January. Well, I remember I was struggling a lot with work. It was just really hard. And then in January, I literally didn't even have the energy to go into the office. So I was working from home. Thank God. Like, that's one thing I loved about that job. There was that flexibility because my manager was remote. So literally, like, she was never even in the office. So she never really knew even if I was in the office. And not just that, like, she was very chill about it. Like, as long as the work gets done, she didn't really care. I could be working from Mars. She didn't really care. So God bless her and shout out to her. But yeah, so I didn't even have the strength to get out of bed. So I was working from bed most days, and I had to like force myself to go out. But by the time I went out, you know, and I think I finished work at like 5:30 at the time. By the time I went out, you know, it's dark, and I went out to get fresh air, but it wasn't sunlight. So when I tell you, I literally had to force myself to go out, like force myself to go out. But it was just bad. And then my grandmother passed away, which made it worse, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all know the story. Yeah. So, and then, fast forward to winter 2021. First of all, the years are all running together, but I do remember just having some really down moments, especially because I didn't have a job yet, a position that, you know, yeah, I didn't have a job yet, and I wasn't in a position to start saving for my place yet. And I was living here, you know, at my parents' house. So it was just really bad. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to, how do you say? I just want to make sure, like, I want to come through this season, the winter season, and the season of like the sun going down earlier. I want to come through it better, and I should say go through it. I want to go through it better than I have in the past. Like, I want to still be able to function. Like, literally Friday, it took everything in me just to get out of the bed and get to work. And mind you, I'm working remote, so all I gotta do is get out of bed on my laptop, boom, we working. But literally, when I tell you that sucked the life out of me, like Friday was bad. Today is Sunday, so Friday as in 2 days ago. So I definitely want and need someone to just help guide me through this season. Yeah, because I'm moving, God willing, I'll be moving in the winter. And I remember previously, like in March is usually when I start to feel better and more optimistic about life, because the weather is getting warmer, sun is out longer, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just hoping and praying. And you know what? Not just that. I'm going to say I'm believing that I'm going to go through this season better than I have. And literally, like, when I say season, I mean, I guess in a spiritual sense too, but literally like the actual season. I'm going to get through this fall and winter better than I have before. Like, that's really my goal, you know? I want to be able to function and like still be a person and like have contentment, you know? So that's the goal. That is my goal. Yeah. So I ordered some vitamin D supplements. They should be here today. Cause yeah, if I could try, you know, vitamin D supplements and like soon, hopefully like the next month or so, I can start therapy, and I'll probably let y'all know when I do that. Yeah. So there is that. Also, oh, duh, y'all know my brother got married. Duh, that was the last vlog. I was about to say, oh yeah, my brother got married. Duh, that's a given. Thank y'all. First of all, thank y'all so much for your like support with the LA vlog. I'm so happy for my brother and my new sister. Yeah. Low key though, I will say, like there are certain things I definitely know, like me being here in Brooklyn, partly, you know, my support system, well, some of mine, not all of mine, but a good amount of my support system is here, which is, you know, a good, you know, reason to be somewhere. But I also need to remember, like, you know, part of getting older and like adult friendships, because y'all already know my girls mean the world to me. But I also realize I can't necessarily stay somewhere because of them, because eventually someone's going to get an opportunity to go somewhere, whether it's through marriage or through a job or whatever. And they're going to do what's best for them. And I always need to do what's best for me. And at the end of the day, we don't even see each other as much as we want to because of all of our work and life schedules. So, you know, it's just tough. But I will say I'm stabilizing myself here, and I'm not going to like limit myself to where I can go after I feel like I have everything I need to have in place before I leave, you know? Cause I know Brooklyn is not it for me. Is LA gonna be it for me? I don't know. Clearly, and thank God for my brother, he's really given me, or given our family, a strong base out there, because he was really the first one to move out there. Now we have cousins out there, and not that they moved because of him, but he was like kind of one of the first ones to go, you know? So, I have a cousin out there. I have a cousin out there. Cousins actually out there. I have my baby cousins, my older cousins who have my baby cousins out there. One of my aunts, who's also my godmother, is always out there as well, because she's retired and she's, you know, be posted up where the family is and stuff like that. So another one of my cousins who I love, he actually lives in Philly. Another one of my cousins who I love, he's always out there too, because we have family out there, because his job is like very flexible. So, you know, like I do have a pretty great, I was about to say good, but a great family base out there, because that's important. Like, I feel like wherever I go next, I don't want to go, you know, somewhere where I don't know anybody again, because that was Chicago. And granted, I'm thankful for the experience, and honestly, I'm really trying to plan my next trip to Chicago, because Chicago is lit, especially in the summer. Even in the winter too, Chicago's lit. Maybe like the next 2 years, I definitely want to go to Chicago and visit my old hood, old stomping grounds. But yeah, like that's one thing I do know. Like, I need to go somewhere that has some support. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold y'all. At one point, it was like you know, I'm not moving anywhere like far without a husband. Now, y'all know me. I don't really, and for me to say that at one point, that's a lot because I don't, how do you say? I don't plan my life around a spouse because at this point, for me, whoever my spouse will be, if it's meant for me to have a spouse, is a mythical creature, right? Like, I don't know this, like, excuse me. And I'm, I never thought I'd say this, but I feel like I'm intentionally single right now. Like, I don't want to be with anybody so right now, to be honest. And the gag is, like, there have been people that, like, have hit me up, and I will legit just keep it a buck with them. And normally when someone hits me up, it's like an attractive person, and I'm like, I'm not dating right now, I'll be like, but you fine, though. So we gonna make an exception to the rule. Literally, if you know, you know. But this last time that happened a couple of days ago, someone hit me up on some, you know, I want to get to know you, da, 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 da. I literally was just like, thank you so much for reaching out, but I'm not dating right now. And I'm proud of myself because normally I don't stick to my guns like that, but I really, that's how I feel, you know? And granted, like, dating can be fun, but it's also very emotionally exhausting. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough. Like, and y'all already know, like, coming from a wedding, a family wedding, literally everybody and their mama was trying to get all the single people married off. And for some reason, I seem to be the sacrificial lamb. Everybody was trying to get me married off. But I mean, it is what it is. It comes with the territory as well. But yeah, like, it caused me to reflect, but also caused me to be even more sure of the fact that I'm intentionally single right now. Like, I really want to, like, I'm about to move into my own spot, and I want to be able to enjoy it, you know, and enjoy my solitude, you know? And not just that, I can't be, like, I just don't want to be bothered right now with anybody's son. And I feel like for my brother and sister in that area, they're older than me, and I feel like, well, my brother clearly is already married, so it's his time to shine with his, like, new marriage and everything. And yeah, it's his time to shine with his new marriage. And knowing my sister, prayerfully, God willing, it'll be her time to shine too. You know, in terms of a serious relationship, you know, praying for her because that's something that she wants. But for me, it's just like, I feel good. I really feel good by the grace of God. I feel good being that person that is in their corner supporting. But yeah, so I just really want to be able to be there for them and support them. And not that I can't, you know, if I were in a relationship, but I feel like that's just my spot right now. You know, I feel like that's where I'm supposed to be. And I'm happy with it. Like, it feels good to be able to, you know, just like support my siblings, you know? And the fact that I'm the sibling, I'm one of my, that I'm, sorry, what am I saying? And the fact that, like, I can, like, fly and visit my siblings and stuff like that, that brings me joy, you know, to be able to support my siblings in all that they do, and stuff like that. Like, I really love that. And I feel like that should be my main priority. But of course, my main priority is me, because we all know I'm a very family oriented person. And, like, a lot of times I put myself on the back burner so that they're okay. But, you know, we all know it's also my time to shine, you know? But anywho, I was just rambling about that. But yeah, I feel like I'm just very, like, content. And I feel like that's the important part. I'm content being by myself. I love the solitude and I don't feel lonely. And I thank God for that. And, you know, there are sometimes I'm, like, scrolling on Twitter and, like, you know, there might be, like, a relationship meme or something like that. But honestly, even with those, like, I just feel good. Like, I feel so good being by myself. And people have always thought I'm a Looney Tune because I enjoy my alone time. But I do. Like, no one's company. I don't have to really be in anyone's company besides myself for the rest of my life. Even if it's meant for, excuse me, even if it's meant for, I was trying to eat a little something before I left, but I don't think that's happening because it's 12:41. Anywho, but even if it's meant for me to get married, whether or not it's meant for me to get married, I have to live with myself. I have to be content with myself, you know? And that is my main priority, being happy and being content with myself. And life is hard enough. Like I told y'all the other day, it took everything in me to fight to get out of the bed on Friday. So I'm going to focus on my fight because I don't have the bandwidth to make someone like another key priority in my life outside of me, you know? And I'm okay with that. And I don't know if that's selfish of me, but at the end of the day, if anyone wants to call me selfish, that means they don't know me, because I give everything to the people I love, okay? So if anyone wants to call me selfish, their opinion doesn't matter, because literally that just means that they don't really know me for real. Because I'm not. And if I am, it's rightfully so, you know? Anywho, I don't know why I just felt the need to say that, but anywho, child. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. But yeah, like, I'm very content being single. And I love that for me. And I thank God that I'm in a place where, like, I love me, you know? I love this life I'm creating. And I feel like I've told y'all this before, but my main priority is living a life that I can be proud of. I haven't always been proud of my life, especially like over the last 2 years. And yeah, I haven't always been proud of my life especially over the last 2 years. But now I feel like I'm growing and getting to a place where I am. And I do have my days where I'm just like, you know, when is it going to happen for me? You know, where there have been like delays with certain things. I'm just like, you know, why is this happening to me? Which is normal. But overall, I'm in a much better place. So I feel like once I can kind of like kick, and I should say more so manage the seasonal change, I feel like I'll really be steady, you know? So yeah, there's that. What else was I gonna say? Forgot what else I was gonna say. But yeah, there's that. Other than that, again, y'all already know, living in my parents' house is always gonna be tough, child. And again, not because I don't love my parents. I do. They're great people. Honestly, everybody loves them. All my friends love my parents. They are totally fan favorites. Not just amongst my friends, but amongst all my siblings' friends. My parents are totally fan favorites. Yeah, my parents are totally fan favorites. But, you know, I just, you know, you already know, when you're grown, you need your space. So, yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I missed on my face. Oh, duh, my lip. What are you doing, Pamela? What are you doing? I'm in the mood for a matte dark lip. Y'all, it is officially turtleneck season. I happily busted out my turtlenecks last night. So I'm so excited to wear a turtleneck for the first time in this cold weather season. And again, there are pros and cons to cold weather. One of the things that helped me get through last winter was dressing up for the cold weather and like enjoying the cold weather fashion, because y'all know I be dressing and it's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, so I don't know if I could mix these two, but I'm gonna see what this looks like by itself. Oh, this is giving like doll vibes, but in a good way. I just gotta remember to bring lip gloss to top it with in case it like gets messed up or something. Sidebar, I don't know where we're going for brunch, so let's hope it's good, but I think it will be. All right, y'all, so this is it. I'm gonna come back and everything after I do my hair and all. So yeah, I'll catch up with y'all in a second. Y'all, excuse the ring light reflection in my glasses, but y'all, oh, she's that girl. Listen, she's that girl. Okay, I feel like it's no longer giving coconut head. I feel like it's giving studious, sexy librarian. But yeah, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening to me chat. Y'all know it's like my pleasure to, you know, just like relate to y'all and show you you're not the only one, okay? Oh, earrings from Shein as well. Y'all saw this in my Shein haul. as well. But yeah, I love y'all and peace. See you in the next video. Be sure to subscribe before you go so you don't miss anything. Bye.